Hello everyone, and welcome back to Stretch and Relax. We're going to continue today with what we've already learned and kind of build off of that. I hope you all have been enjoying the course so far. Remember, if you all have any questions or concerns, anything at all, feel free to reach out. If there's any postures or movements that feel uncomfortable to you, and if you want some alternatives to that posture, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to provide that. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get started again with our grounding techniques, kind of getting ourselves centered into this moment, into the now, and getting ready to practice. So without further ado, let's go ahead and find our way onto our mats. Just a couple key things or a couple tips. If you all have any relaxing or yoga style of music that you would like to listen to, feel free to put that on in the background. It does kind of help set the environment, kind of get the vibes nice and relaxed for you. Another kind of tip or a fun thing that you can use is something called aromatherapy. So feel free to use aromatherapy if that's something that you would like to kind of get your environment relaxed for you. So the way that you use those essential oils is you put them in a diffuser with some water, and it lets out kind of like a steam into your room or wherever you're at. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Find a comfortable seat. Again, you could elevate the hips by bringing a cushion or a rolled up towel underneath if it feels a little uncomfortable for you here. Legs can be crossed, they can be out in front of you. You could be leaning up against the wall, whatever is easiest for you to allow that body to be nice and upright. Should feel somewhat comfortable. It is a posture as well, so it does take some training to get comfortable in just a seated position. But once we find our seat, go ahead and close down your eyes. Just allow the mind to kind of settle, allow it to be here, releasing all the outside thoughts of the day, things that have happened so far, or maybe things you have to do later on in the day. Just let all those thoughts be for now. You can think about them after this 30-minute session. So just allowing your body to relax, bring your attention to your breath. So the breathing technique, or the pranayama we're going to work on today, is called box breathing. So I just want you to inhale for the count of 4, pause for the count of 4, and exhale for the count of 4, and pause for the count of 4. So if you were to envision a box, it would be inhaling up one side of the box, pausing for the top of the box, exhale for the other side of the box, and hold the breath to complete that box. So you can visualize that as we try this box breathing method out. So let's go ahead and inhale for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause, hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring a couple natural breaths into the body. We're going to try it again. So if you would like, you can watch the screen, and you could watch as I create the box while we do it. That may also help. So let's begin again. Let's inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So creating the box there. Let's do it 3 more times. Eyes can be closed or open, whatever's easiest for you. If you would like to visualize the box as you count, feel free. And if 4 is too long of a count, go for 3. Adjust to whatever your body is feeling. So let's begin. Inhaling. And pause. And exhale. pause. And inhale. And pause. Exhale. And pause. Last one, inhale. And pause. And exhale. And pause. Good. Breathe naturally. Very good. So that is our pranayama, our breathing technique for today. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and get started with our hands, just opening and closing. We're going to move through these joint movements a little bit quicker so we can fit some other things in class today. Good. Let's go ahead and bring our hands right in front of us and open and close. So just tap, opening and closing those arms. And good. Bring the fingertips onto the shoulders here. Let's take 5 nice and big circles here with those elbows. Opening up through the shoulders, the chest. And let's reverse the other direction. Trying to stay with your breath. Let it guide you through your practice. Good, and release. It just takes a couple of wrist circles here. And reverse. Good. Moving into our side body stretches. Let's inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, drop your left hand on the left side of your body. Reach up, up, up until we tilt it on over. And breathe into that right side of the body. Let's inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, right hand down and over towards the right hand side of the body. One more time here. Inhale up. Exhale, left hand down, tilt it over. Inhale up. Exhale, right hand down and tilt it over. Good, let's take a twist. Inhale, both arms up. Left hand behind the back, right hand on that right thigh. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, take a peek over your left shoulder. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist it. Other side. Left hand on the right thigh. Right hand behind the back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, look over that right shoulder. Good. Inhale up. Let's take it one more time. Twist to the left. Inhale up. Exhale. Twist it to the opposite side. Good. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, release them gently on the thighs. Let's take some neck circles here, some circles with our nose. So tilting our nose up towards the sky and take it over towards the right, down towards the chest and over towards the left. Nice and easy here. And let's reverse another direction. Good. And release. So we're going to go ahead and roll over into our tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips here. Again, remember our fingers are nice and wide, using all 10 fingers here, putting pressure into the ground. Let's move through some cat-cows. So cow, we drop our belly, point our tailbone, lift our gaze. You can feel that movement in the spine. Exhale and under cat pose. Tuck your tailbone, squeeze your glutes, chin to chest. Let's take 5 more. Inhale as you lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, under. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Last one. Inhale it up. Exhale, under. Good. So we're going to move through our upper body, our T-spine, our shoulder, opener, but we're not going to drop it down as we did in our last class. We're just going to tap. So inhale, reach the right arm up. Left hand is nice and solid on the ground. And thread the needle, tap the back of the right shoulder and the right ear down. Inhale it back up. Let's do 3 more. Exhale, tap the shoulder, tap the ear. Inhale up. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale up. Good. Drop that right hand down. Switch sides. Left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale up. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, lift. Exhale, under. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, it under. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. So let's just do some hip movements here. I want you to drop your hips back over your heels. Take them towards the right, up towards your hands, and over towards the left. Let's take 3 more. Feeling into the hips here. Maybe you could feel it in the IT band on the side of the leg. And good. Let's reverse directions other way. Same thing, hip circles. How are those hips feeling today? Very good. Come back to a neutral. We're going to move into our modified lunge, just as we did in our last class. Let's step our left leg forward, nice and strong. That full foot is on the ground. Back shin is pressing into the ground. Let's inhale, bring it up here, hands up overhead. Biceps should be by your ears. Act like you're holding this ball of energy above your head. Okay? Remember, you could add some extra support, or you could even roll up your mat here if you want a little bit more cushion on your knee. So keep those arms up overhead. Breathe. What I want you to do is inhale and exhale. Take that ball of energy and just bring it up over your mat. Inhale up. Let's take 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hold here. Drop your right hand on the mat. Lift your left arm up. Try to look past your left fingertips if that feels good. Couple breaths here. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Bring that left hand back down onto the ground. Both hands are framing the foot here. Take it back into your half splits. So again, our hips, they just shift back. They're still lifted. This front leg begins to straighten out. You should feel that in the back of that left leg here. So keep your gaze towards your toes and try to melt that chest down a little bit more, maybe into that front leg. Only to whatever feels good to you. Maybe you worked out yesterday, or maybe you went on a run or something. Maybe you feel some soreness. Maybe we're even tight from sitting down. You know that sitting down at like our desk all day will definitely tighten up our hamstrings. Inhale, take it forward, rebend that front knee. I just want you to step it back, and we're gonna switch sides. Other leg, right foot comes forward. Make sure that foot's nice and strong. Back leg, nice and strong on the ground. Let's inhale, bring it up overhead. Holding that ball of energy, nice and strong here, doing good. Inhale, exhale, take it forward. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, take it forward. Inhale, lift. Last one, exhale and hold here for 3, 2, 1. Very good. Drop that left hand. Right arm goes up towards the sky. Maybe look past those right fingertips. Breathe. 1 more breath. And exhale it down. Good. I want you to keep the hips high. Just take them back. So they're lifted here. Straightening out through this right leg. Keep those right toes up towards the sky. And go to wherever feels best for you. Again, you can add some support. Just as I mentioned last class, you can hold some blocks here, or you can hold some books to just lift you up a little bit if reaching the ground isn't within our practice quite yet. Good, just breathe into the back of the leg there. Good, inhale, take it back forward. Just step that right knee back to meet the left. Let's readjust our tabletop, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Let's move into some core work. Bring your right arm up, left leg out. Create that straight line from our fingertips out our toes. Breathe, look forward if we can. Find somewhere on the ground to focus on. Make sure we're strong in the left arm. We're not crashing into it. Inhale, exhale, release. Great job. Other side. Left arm lifts, right leg lifts behind us. Breathe, look forward just a bit, maybe past those fingertips. 3, 2, and 1. Good job, everybody. Take it back. Rest just a couple breaths for a child's pose. Hips are over those heels. Arms are forward. Forehead comes down. Good. Inhale, take it up. Very good, everyone. So those should be some movements where you're already familiar with. We did them last class, but we're going to continue to just build on that. So we're going to add a downward dog. I'm sure you all have heard of that posture. Maybe some of you have even tried it, but I will guide you through it, and we'll kind of go over some of the key points in this downward dog. So if you do have socks on, I would suggest taking them off just so that you can grip your mat. They may be a little slippery if you keep your socks on. So let's go ahead and get to our tabletop. Fingers are nice and wide, okay? I want you to look between your knees and your feet. Make sure you have some space and tuck your toes here, okay? We're gonna grip the mat with our toes, and then I just want you to lift up and hover your knees on the mat. So we're nice and strong here. Check out your hands. Make sure all 10 fingers are nice and wide, using all 10 fingers to push into the mat. We should not be caving in or crashing into our wrists. Breathe here. You should be able to feel some heat rise into the body. For 3, 2, and 1. Gently put those knees down. Good. Relax here for a couple breaths. We're gonna do that again. Remember, we don't want to crash into our hands, so really push the mat away with our hands. So go ahead and start there. Tuck your toes and lift your knees. Good. Try not to round and curl too much. Keep your gaze forward. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Push those hips high into the sky, finding your first downward facing dog of the class of today. So go ahead and bring your ears in between your biceps, so you want to push your chest back. So ears are right in between those arms. Your gaze should be back maybe towards your knees or even towards your belly button if you can. Don't worry if your heels aren't touching the mat, and if they're high, that's just fine. I want you to pedal your legs right and left. So bending at the knees, just walking our dog here. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. High up on those toes. Drop your knees. Find a child's pose. Good job. So how's the body feeling? Do you feel like you maybe put pressure a little bit too much into your wrist, or maybe you're crashing into your shoulders? We're gonna try it again, just so we can get all the key points right. Good. Inhale, take it forward, tabletop. Make sure our knees are spaced in between our knees, space in between our toes. Let's tuck our toes, lift our knees, shoot your hips right into the sky. We're gonna go straight into it. So maybe you notice already that you're a little bit deeper into the downward dog on the second try. Our body adapts pretty quickly to kind of what we put it through. So go ahead and pedal out your legs, walk your dog, and I want you to shake your head no stress. And I want you to shake your head yes, positivity. Just trying to release any tension of that neck there. Good, breathe. Still pushing our chest in between our arms here. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. On your toes, drop your knees, take it back. We're in a child's pose. Good, inhale, take it forward, and come on up. So great job. That was our downward facing dog. So maybe you feel that a little bit in your shoulders, a little bit in your hands, maybe you feel that in the back of the legs. That's gonna kind of be one of our base postures in our practice. It's a transition posture, so we're gonna be using that downward dog to move through other postures and other positions throughout our class. But that's it for today. We're gonna stand on up and get some balancing work in. We're gonna try some tree. So let's go ahead and stand up. So we're gonna be learning tree posture today. It is a balancing posture, and it works our core a little bit as well. So let's go ahead and get started with a nice upright position. Take a couple breaths. And you do want to make sure you're on a nice solid surface. So say you are on a really thick mat, I would say step off just so that you have a little bit more of a solid base of support. And here in the standing posture, let's go ahead and shift our weight to our left foot. Make sure we are using all of our toes. So go ahead and lift them up, spread them out, and then place them back down. Make a little kickstand with your right foot. So your right heel is on the inside of your left ankle. And just breathe here for a couple breaths. So this is kind of our base of our tree, right? We have this little kickstand here. Let's go ahead and bring our hands to our heart. And I want you to close down your eyes. So notice by just closing down the eyes, how that challenges our balance even a little bit more. Good. And gently open up the eyes. Very good. So we're gonna keep our tree growing, or you can stay there today, whatever feels best for you. If you wanna keep the tree growing, go ahead and bring your foot on the inside of that leg. So from the kickstand, we're going up towards the calf area. We do not want to put pressure on the inside of that knee. So if you're up on the knee, you want to keep it going even further or below the knee. So remember, not on the knee. So finding wherever feels best for you. You can keep the foot on the calf, or you can grab a hold and put it on the inside of the thigh. Okay, so this is kind of the top of the tree here. If you are on the inside of the thigh, make sure you're kind of putting pressure into your foot, just as your foot is putting pressure into your thigh, or it may bump your hip out a little too much if you're pushing that foot a little too hard. So let's go to get our hands at heart center. Finding a spot on maybe the ground to focus on, or just in front of you to get your focus here and now. And breathe. You maybe want to grow your branches. Maybe putting one hand on the leg, one in the sky, whatever tree you would like to grow today. A couple more breaths. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart, and gently release. Very good. Go ahead and walk it out here. We're gonna move into our other side. So go ahead and spread those right toes out nice and wide and drop them down. Make a little kickstand with that left foot on the inside of that right ankle. Starting at the base of our tree here, let's bring our hands to our heart, close down the eyes. Good. And gently open up the eyes, either staying there or growing your tree, maybe matching to what you did on the left side. You could bring it towards the inside of the calf, staying there for a few breaths. Maybe continue growing your tree up to the inside of the thigh. Remember, put some pressure into that foot, just as your foot is putting pressure into your thigh. Never putting pressure on that knee. Let's go ahead and bring our hands to our heart. I would not advise closing your eyes down here in this full posture quite yet. Maybe after practice and practice, you can give it a try. But keep those eyes open if we're at the top of the tree, and maybe grow our branches. Maybe same as the other side, or growing a different tree, whatever feels best to you. Breathe here, just a couple more breaths. Good, take an inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. And gently release. Good, go ahead and walk it out there. Great job, everybody. And we're done with our balancing posture for today. Let's go ahead and find our way back onto our mat for some relaxation. All right, so we're gonna finish off as we have done in the previous classes with Shavasana. So let's go ahead and find our way all the way onto our backs. So it's good to just release the back a little bit by bringing our knees into our chest and just rolling a couple times. Rolling around. One direction, and go and switch. Good. Go ahead and extend your right leg out. Keep your left knee in towards your chest. And we're gonna just do a little bit of a spinal twist here. So I want you to use your right hand to grab the outside of your left leg. Just take it over towards the right side of your body here. So you see this twist. Reach your left arm out and keep that left arm and that left shoulder on the ground. That's really important. We don't want to be twisting and our arm is up into the sky. Kind of gonna defeat a lot of the aspects of the posture. So try to keep your left shoulder down and only twist as far until that left shoulder wants to lift. Stop there if it wants to lift. Breathe here. Maybe you feel it in the upper back, the mid-torso, maybe even feel it in the hips and the glutes. Couple breaths, and let's go ahead and inhale, bring it back to center. Bring both knees in towards the chest, and we'll switch sides. Left leg goes out, right knee stays in. Give it a little squeeze. Using your left hand, take that knee over towards the left as we reach our right arm out. Check your right arm, make sure it's staying on the ground, and then twist to wherever your body feels best today. Breathe here. Good, let's go ahead and inhale both knees back to center. Give yourself a nice big massage one more time before we lay it on down. Very good. So let's go ahead and extend our legs up in the sky. And gently, we're gonna drop our left leg all the way down as slow and controlled as we can until it touches down. Once it touches down, let's do the same thing with the right leg. Nice and easy. Good. Once both feet are down, reach those arms up towards the sky. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Drop your right arm all the way down as slow and controlled as you can, followed by your left hand. So all our limbs should be on the ground here. Adjust if you need to. Get any fidgeting out if you need to. If you have any tension in the low back, I would suggest bending the knees and letting your knees even fall together here, just if you have pain in the low back. Let's go ahead and close our eyes down and just bring attention to your body. How's it feeling after you practice? You feel any energy circulating through the body? Maybe you feel a little tingle in your toes or in your hands. Just giving yourself a couple moments before moving on with our day to just relax. Maybe using the visualization technique that we have learned. Maybe using box breathing that we learned in the beginning of class. Maybe just seeing if you can hear your breath. Maybe you can relax so much that you could even hear or feel your heart beating for you. Let's just take a couple more breaths here in the stillness and the silence. We're going to finish off class with one deep inhale and exhale. I want you to breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth, okay? So it's inhale nice and big through our nose, filling up our belly, fill up our body. And we're going to exhale through the mouth with an H-ah sound. Let's do that one more time. Inhale nice and big, nice and deep. And exhale. Very good. Go ahead and wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Take the arms up overhead like we just woke up. And release. Good. Go ahead and roll over to the side to help yourself up to a seated. And thank you all so much for joining in class today. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all feel a little bit more relaxed, ready to take on the rest of your day. So with that, I'll see you all next time. Remember to complete the post-class review questions for your participation points. And have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.